All right, so shalom, shalom. First and foremost, start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us the truth and rule well. And shout out to the whole elect, starting with the 144,000. Shalom. All right, so excuse me very fast. All right, so Lord willing, right? Lord, I'm gonna say it's be quick, but Lord willing, flow through the Spirit, and want to go into this subject, right? Phyllis them double, right? Because right here, there's a precept that Elder Apostle Romilai brought out in the lesson he did, and I wanted to go into it. Mainly the point what led me to the lesson is verse 16, right? But we'll start at verse Habakkuk 2, start at verse verse 14. It says, "For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord Yahweh, and the waters cover the sea." Right? And you understand that's the truth going out. There's truth going out. The truth of Yahweh Shah being preached out. And ultimately, that leads to these nations being Esau Edom. Really do any nations really Esau Edom being exposed because the truth exposes them. Once the truth get out, things such as show you who the wicked are. They done professed and made everybody think that they're the chosen people. That that they're that Yahweh Shah is a so-called white man thing. So they done turn everything upside down, but the truth fixes it, right? Which is going out, right? The knowledge of Yahweh Shah, right? This is twofold. It's talking about Yahweh Shah and chariots coming. Also talking about the knowledge and the truth is going out into the world, right? Also, even when you see it twofold, right? It says, "For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord Yahweh," because when Yahweh Shah come, everybody gonna know, right? Everybody gonna know who the true powers are. Yahweh Shah and the chariots come, because only people gonna. It made me think of the screenings of their salvation. Because the only people going to be beating up to those chariots is who? The elect, right? Verse 15, it says, "Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness," right? So Esau Edom, we know this Esau Edom who because when you go to verse 5, it says he transgresses by wine. So he goes out into the world and professes and pushes all his philosophies and moral lifestyle, his ways onto everybody, right? And then he bloated. Then he basically pointed the finger at him. Like tricking. It made me think of the serpent, man. Eat of this. Trick him. That's how Esau is. He trick him. As soon as you do it, oh, look what he doing. Look what he doing. Oh no, he doing wrong. Look at him. Look at him. Right. That's how Esau moves. That's what they do. Right. That's why they Revelation 17 it says I think Revelation 17 might be Revelation 12. Cover thee lest you be naked. Let me see. Bear with me. I know it's Revelation. It's pretty I'm thinking of, right? Because I just want to touch on the point how the elect, Revelation 16, 15. This knows what? Yeah, well, it's this one, right? Revelation 16, 15 said, "Behold, I come as a thief," right? "Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked." They see his shame. So we understand it. The garments is what? The righteousness is truth, right? There's the knowledge, wisdom, understanding of Yahweh Shah, which you cover yourself. That's why you gotta be clothing the right garments. Another understanding is truth, is wisdom. Right? You remember at the wedding, the parable of the wedding, I said Matthew's, right? The guy he wasn't clothing the right garment, so he was tossing. He out here. He ain't of the elect, because he not clothing the right garment. He naked, in a sense, right? You naked in a sense. That's why your shame gonna be shown in that time when Yahweh Shah come. You're not clothing the right garment. Everybody gonna be judged according to their works. It's gonna show, right? But in a sense, I want to bring this out. And once again, behold, I come as a thief. Blessed he that watch to keep his garment, lest he walk naked, and they see his shame. Because you see, a lot of these nations and people, including Jake, are walking naked. Because why? The knowledge and understanding of Yahweh Shah is not. They don't have it. They don't have it, and it's because they've been made drunk, right? They've been made drunk. They stagger from strong drink, right? They stagger from wine. It's like I'm quoting it all. What is that? You stagger not from strong drink. Let me see. Isaiah 29, verse 9, stay yourselves and wonder, cry ye out. And cry, they are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. Because why? They're drunken out the philosophy, the ways, the immoral lifestyle that Babylon is put, America, these elites, Babylon is putting out into these people's face for them to drink. How simple this cup, drink it is, do this, do that. Right? This Revelation 16:15 in the T real fast says, look, I will come unexpectedly as a thief. Blessed are those who are watching for me, who keep their clothing ready so they will not have to walk around naked and ashamed. Right? Their clothing, once again, is going to the knowledge, understanding, and wisdom of Yahweh Shai. We're clothed in that. Right? See, that's how Esau can't put that drink into our mouth. You know, speaking of the elect, he can't put that drink to the elect mouth. He can't, even though at one point we were confused, at one point we were lost, but now we're woken up. Because why? Now we're clothed in the right garments. You know, now you can't point the finger at us like, look at him. No, you can't do that no more. Because now we're clothed in the right garments of Yahweh Shai. You know, once again, let's read 15 again. So won't that give his neighbor drink that put his bottle to him and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. And they pushed on the world, but mainly on Jake. Right? Jeremiah 49:12, those who are not supposed to drink have certainly drunken, really paraphrasing, right? Jake was never supposed to drink in that cup, but Jake then got drunk off this wine. Jake lost. Jake going off bad. Jake confused, right? Jake lost in his world. And Esau pushed out to keep him confused, keep him down, keep him in the sin. That's why the scriptures also say the accuser of our brethren is cast down, because they put this wicked fool, they put all this wicked lifestyle, they created the YN spirit, they created all these wicked things. They know Jake pressure point to keep him down and out, right? Because they know we went into that camp when they know we got extraterrestrial powers, man, right? They know that they know who the chosen are, right? But as long as we can keep them confused, as long as we can keep them dumbed down, guess what? We control them. We can work our move. We can work our narrative. We can work what we want to do. That's why they got two. That's why Yahweh Shai said 2/3 will be destroyed, right? Right here, you know, this precept just backed me up how Esau motive is, right? Jeremiah 50:7 says, all that found them have devoured them. And their adversary said, we offend not. They think they ain't doing wrong because why? Because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh, the habitation of justice, even the Lord Yahweh, the hope of their father. So they knowing, like, as long as we keep them sinning in front of their father, we got them. You know, we gonna be able to work our move with them, right? Because remember what? When we fail, were they not mocking us? And they say we were glad we failed, right? Let's go to Lamentations 2:15. All right, it says, all that pass by clap their hands at thee, they hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? They mocking us, right? They mocking us, right? It says, all the enemies have opened their mouth against thee, they hiss and gas their teeth, they say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we look for. We have found, we have seen it, because they know keeping us. Remember when you can go into it, it's a book, it's called From Babylon to 10 Months 2. When you read it, it's talking about how when, you know, Romans came in 66 AD, 70 AD, when they came and took over our homeland, right? When they catch someone, they was you know, defiling the Sabbath, right? You know, doing all these abominations in our land. They was making Jake eat pork, right? They was making Jake eat swine flesh, knowing that's against how. But they making Jake do these things. They put this wine, this philosophy, this immoral lifestyle in front of their face. Look what America do right now. Look what's America going on, right? The moles that they accept. Marriage that's not accepted. How about I don't say too much. You know, they big on they, you know what it is. You know, men don't supposed to be with men, as I would say. Women don't supposed to be with women. Man was made for women, and women was for man. But America twists all that around. They put all this out into the world. Now everybody confused, and that's what Babylon goes into. Babylon mystery, right? Confusion, right? Everybody's confused and lost because America, now they drunk. Because you know when you drunk, you can, you know, in a sense, you might think you know what you're doing, but you're really confused. You really just, you moving, but you ain't moving of yourself. You moving off a cord of illusion. You know, your mind gone. Some people get drunk, can't see good, all the type of things, right? That's how Esau got the, when you see it spiritually, that's how Esau got the world, including Jake. It got him confused because he done put this cup. Man, take another shot, we good. Now you took too much shit. Now you wopsy. Now you wobbly. You know, you don't know what's going on. You don't even know how you got home, in a sense, right? So let's go back to Habakkuk. Well, I found to read the verse 15 in NLT. Because really what made me go into this lesson was verse 16. It really hit me. Because we understand it once again, we're going to read it, right, in NLT. Let's go back to it in the KJV real fast. Habakkuk 2, right? I got to bring out these notes as well, right? They push this lifestyle in the world, mainly on Jake Khan. Mainly on Jake. That's why the scriptures say what? The accuser of our brethren is cast down, man, because Most High gonna cast them down. You're gonna bring them down. They using Jake dumbness against. That's why I bring this out a lot. With the guy. Willie Lynch, what he say? We ain't got to keep beating these slaves. We ain't got to keep destroying their bodies. We can just control their mind. We control their mind. We control them. We can make them think and do whatever we want to do by just controlling their mind. So they done dumb Jake down. They got Jake drunk off this wickedness. How do people, in a sense, not speaking of it in that way, right? Not speaking of it in that way. We don't support none of that. Okay, but I'm just using it as an analogy. How do people, get advantage or get the ups on people? What they do? They get them drunk, slip things they drink, make them whoops, make them lie. That's how Esau doing, right? There's this wine spiked with poison. They getting everybody drunk, confused, caught up in the sense of the way of this world. So now they look at this. It's like they're agreeing with it, but they ain't in the right state of mind. They stagger not from wine, matter of fact, it's burning out again, 'cause I keep quoting wrong. Losing my thought as I'm speaking on it, right? Isaiah 29:9 again, stay yourselves and wonder, cry ye out. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger not from strong drink. What is that? What is it? It's this philosophy, these ways of these of the Esau Edom done pushed out onto everybody, right? So now Jake, two-thirds of our people is gone, is confused, and they're bringing them back. You ever tell a drunk man to tighten up? It's like the most annoying thing ever, right? This Isaiah 29:9 in NLT says, "Are you amazed and incredulous? Don't you believe it? They go ahead and be blind. You are stupid." It's like, then go ahead and be blind. You are stupid, but not from wine. You stagger, but not from liquor. Why? What is that? Right? That's that philosophy, those ways that Esau, done made them get caught up in. So now they stupid. Now they going on their side of shit. Now they foolish, right? A drunk man is a fool. Right? He's a fool. He lost. He don't know what he got going on. Right? Matter of fact, one of my favorite precepts will go in, so I'm going to say, right? Wine is a mocker. Strong drink is raging. Whosoever deceives thereby is not wise. So they're fools, man. They fools. They going off bad. They lost, man. Right? But this is what Esau is putting in front of their face. This is what Esau is making them drink. That's why Scripture said, woe means destruction. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puts thy bottle to him and maketh him drunk, also that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Does it not say in verse 5? Yet also, which is going to talking about Esau Edom, yet also because he transgressed by wine. Did not tell you he transgressed by the wine? So didn't the scripture say destruction to him who's doing that? Revelation 17 got the whole earth drinking off the wine of his fornication, right? So this verse 15 in the NLT, it says, "What sorrow awaits you who make your neighbors drunk? You force your cup on them so you can gloat over their shameful nakedness." Well, that's what they do, right? Get them confused, get them caught up. Oh, look how they living. What do you say? What did Scripture say? We just read in Lamentation. But it's the day we look for. This day we was looking for, right? They do this, right? Let's see. Let's go to the definition of the word gloat. They didn't give me no definition. Let me type in definition. Right? Right? Gloat means to feel or express great, often malicious or smug satisfaction regarding one's own success or another person's failure. Right? What do they gloat about their success? Because they know as long as we keep them down, as long as they keep us down, they'll stay up. And when we fell down, when we went off, and going to tell about Shai, was they not gloating against us in 66 AD, 70 AD? Right? When we fell down, they was gloating about their success of them taking over our homeland. Right? They was gloating about us being brought down. They still doing that same thing today. Right? Putting this wickedness in front of our face, created this YN spirit, created all this wicked lifestyle that you can do this, you can do that, you can be anything in America. The American dream, right? They done do this. They done did that, right? Because why? It helped them achieve their goals. It helped them achieve their New World Order. It helped them achieve their way. It helped them achieve what they mainly searching for, to control the whole world. It's the New World Order to control everybody, right? So verse 16, really the point of it all, it says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also. Let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord, the cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory." Right? Esau is being exposed, and the prophets are showing who they really are. Right? So let's read this in the NLT. It says, "But soon it will be your turn to be disgraced. come and drink and be exposed. Drink from the cup of the Lord Yahweh's judgment, and all your glory will be turned to shame. So now all that they done pushed out, right? They done made everybody drunken and confused and caught up in these ways, right? The Most High said what? Right? Now it's coming to the time, and we in that time now. It's coming to the time, now you going to be judged. Now you going to be exposed. Now your glory finna be, it's like, now your shame finna be put out in front of everybody's face. Now you finna be down. Now we finna laugh at you, right? Now we finna laugh at you, right? This Revelation 18, right? Starting at verse 5, it says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, right? And Yahweh has remembered her, right? You know, them trying to go up in space, all type of things, you know. Them trying to go up in space, those satellites. They never went on the moon, but they went up in, they put those satellites and things and such up there, right? It says, reward her even as she rewarded you. Double unto her according to her works. And the cup which she hath filled to her, it's like when the cup she hath filled to her double, right? So that cup that she done filled, that cup that Yahweh Shem Shah telling that they done did, so all this what they done did to people, right? Enslaving our people, beating our people, killing our people, filled to her double. They gonna get it double times worse, man. He already said in Habakkuk, but soon it'll be your turn to be disgraced. Come and drink and be exposed. Drink from the cup of the Lord Yahweh judgment, and all your glory be turned to shame. Right? So now now everything they out here doing and putting out to people, guess what? Right? Now it's right back on her. Feel her double. She getting it 2 times back on her face. Right? She getting it 2 times back on her. She done tried to trick people, deceive people. Oh no, now it's time to drink of that cup. Now it's time for you to take a piece, they say, you know, this, now it's time for you to get a piece of your own medicine. You know? You done tried to deceive people, trick people. Now it's on you. Now it's your turn. You know? Right? And we in that time now where we seeing the Most High vengeance come upon him. Now we seeing that cup being filled up daily. We seeing the cup slowly getting filled up. Once it reaches to the top, Yahweh Shem Shah gonna put it. Esau ain't gonna be able to get away from it. He ain't gonna be able to spit it out. He ain't gonna be able to if he gonna have to swallow the whole thing, man. You know, he gonna have to take it all down with you know, with no escaping. You know what I'm saying? He can't run from judgment. He can't be a fugitive of judgment. He can't run from justice. He can't have his way no more. He can't hide himself no more. He can't hide his iniquity, his ways, his secret count. He ain't gonna be able to hide no more. All of it's gonna be exposed. All of it's gonna be brought out. All of it's gonna be put in front screen, man. You know, right? So, Lord willing, this is why it's on my mind. I think I quoted it. Always on my mind. I go Jeremiah 49:12 real fast, right? Really, all the precepts I want to touch on, just, you know, went real quick through the spirit. I want to touch on that, you know, feel her double, because America done went out enforcing this cup on everybody. He transgressed by wine. He done enforced his cup on everybody. Excuse me. But now it's his turn to drink that cup. Now it's his turn to get a piece of his own medicine, right? It's Jeremiah 49, right? In verse 10, it says, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. He shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, his brethren, his neighbor he is not. Leave thy fatherless children, and I will preserve them alive. Let thy widows trust in me. But this saith the Lord, Yahweh. Behold, they whose judge will not drink of the cup going into Jake, have surely drunk of Jake. We don't supposed to drink of this cup. That's why Yahweh Shem Shah give us the laws and commandments. That's why we not naked. We covered in the garments of Yahweh Shem Shah. So Esau can't come and trick us. Esau can't come and get us. We clothed. We ain't confused. We ain't just taking the east way out. You know, we're clothed in the right garments of Yahweh Shem Shah. So we not caught up in his way. We not confused. He can't transgress us by one. He can't trick us up, because we ain't taking that cup going into the elect. But you got 2/3. Your 2/3, they're lost. They're confused. They done drunk of this cup. They done got drunk. So now Esau, he done got them in it. He got them in the chokehold, right? You know, they down in that patriot mindset, the American dream mindset, man. It says this, for this says the Lord Yahweh, behold, they whose judge will not drink of the cup have surely drunken. And art thou he gonna eat? This going into Esau Edom. Art thou he that altogether go unpunished? Because they not gonna go unpunished. They gonna get a judgment, which we just read, right? In Revelation 18, right? It says, thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. So now this cup, they're going to have to drink of it. That's why it speaks of in Lamentation, that cup, which is going into the curses, they're going to be turned on them. Lamentations 4 and 21 says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that thou dwellest, because they supposed to be happy. This is their glory, this is their kingdom, this is their heaven, right? That dwells in the land of Uz. The cup, which is what? Going into the curses, shall also pass unto thee, right? Because that cup, they've been forcing everybody else to drink. Now it's finna come on, they finna fill them double. So now these curses finna come onto them. Thou shalt be drunk and exposed, and thou shalt be made naked. They're gonna be exposed, man. He said the punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, because now we in the mindset of understanding who we are as a people, why we here, what led us here, what we did to go off. We we understanding all that through the Spirit. How about Shia Shah? That's why we at the point now where these curses are. We're going to be fully out of curses when we deliver, but now we at the point to where we understand what we here for. We understand why we in trouble. We understand what we did, right? So our punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished. O daughter of Zion, talking to Jerusalem. He will no more carry thee into the captivity. He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. Everything they done, everything they did is going to be exposed, and the curses are going to come upon them. But for Jake, now we in the sense of, now we live not our punishment. We live not our curse. We did all these things. So now the next is to be in the kingdom. That's why on this side, Yahweh Shah is only delivering the elect. Because those are the ones who understand the punch. Those are the ones who understand why we're in trouble, who understand their wrongs, right? Who understand what we did wrong to put us in this position, right? So, going back to Jeremiah, right? And in verse 13 it says, "For I have sworn by myself with the Lord Yahweh." For I have sworn by myself, said the Lord Yahweh, that Basra, Basra is the capital city in Edom, which is modern day Basra is America, because it's the capital of the Edomite Empire. That Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. Because now that cup is filled unto them, and this is their judgment. This is what's gonna come upon them, right? Fill them double. Their land, America, is gonna be made desolate. They're gonna be after they do their time in slavery, we're gonna tie them up and do away with them, man. Right? So that same cup they've been forcing everybody to drink, making everybody drinking off of, fill them double, right? And now it's their turn, and they can't get away from it. Ain't no ducking it, right? So with that being said, Lord willing, right? Hope the lesson was edifying and exalting. Right now, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shout out to the whole elect, starting with the 140.